Hello YouTube, Pinchio8 here. Welcome to video number 2 of the day. Out of the first video I mentioned when it comes to changing YouTube usernames out of the blue. Well, we're going to put all of that in the past because I mentioned with that video that that's only going to be a temporary upload. So what we are looking at here are 2 FedEx boxes that I just received from Waffle Collectables. They kind of actually are in their backwards positions right now because the other side is where all the shipping and all that kind of info was, so I just don't want to get that on camera. So as you can see, judging by the size that this says this is a medium box, as you can see it saying right here, that means that there is a lot more things in here. Could be the stuff I got off of eBay. And then finally, we got this one that says small box, if you can read it properly. No, don't get on there, shipping info. Oh wait, no, it's not that stuff. Just gotta be careful. Anyway, so there you see it says small box. So this could be the stuff I ordered straight from the site of Waffle Collectables. And we don't want the shipping info to get on the camera like that, because it's very, very highly sensitive. So one thing I might be able to teach you really quickly is how to open this kind of FedEx packaging. As you can see, this side over here is only for opening, is not really for opening anything, but this is what you would do to press firmly using a box like this if you're gonna mail or get this kind of box or package shipped. But if you're gonna open it, you can see there's a tab over here that says pull to open. So a little bit of a lesson on teaching you how to open a FedEx package like this. This is practically my first time getting these airplanes out of the box, and I don't know if they'll come in one piece or if they'll come in with a loose part and hopefully not a damaged part. But if it is a fixable part, I've got my handy dandy super glue tube over here, avoiding much of the sunlight, but I don't know what to say. But other than that, I've got my handy dandy super glue right there. So without further ado, the moment you've all been waiting for, the small box is going to be opened first, because I find the best stuff can always come in very small packages. So here we go. Alright, and so here's a bunch of newspaper printings. Very well packed. It looks like I got both my airplanes wrapped up in this single newspaper. That's kind of cool what they did. And so here is the GeminiJets United 737-800 in the new livery as promised. Here it is, looking at it for the first time through the box. So far looks excellent, but I just hope it doesn't have a loose piece, because I know I have seen problems with people receiving these with a loose wing, but got the super glue on standby, just in case. We're going to be pulling these out shortly. And then here's the E175 United Express. So far, this looks like it's in one piece, too. And I did promise that eventually I would get these same airplanes in the old livery as well, in the post-continental merger. Sometimes they always keep these numbers on here as well, but I'm just going to get rid of it. And no, that was not my address or my zip code or anything like that. I don't know why Waffle Collectables does that sometimes. And sorry about that. Seem to have bumped into the camera a bit. This is a very wiggly tripod. So there are some of my United aircrafts I was going to be needing. The only one I didn't get today was the A319, which I do hope to get soon. That's probably most likely going to be here tomorrow. Alright, and here's what's in the medium box. And I was not really going to be in a rush for these. These, I believe, were brought off of eBay, featuring the 2 NG models, Southwest 737-800s in the Canyon Blue with the Scimitar winglets and the standard winglets, as well as the Delta 737-800 in the Skyteam livery. And I also figured a 737-800 with Delta would be perfect for Jacksonville, because they have sent those before here to Jax. Alright, so without further ado, we're going to pull this open. I'm sure this is just as very well packaged as the other ones were. So you get the idea, just pull on this with as much muscle strength as you have. Open it up like this, see what they did here. Looks like they did the same thing here. So this time, not to make too much bumpy movement, I just flip the box upside down. And then out come the newspaper, which I believe revealed in there would be the actual boxes for the model. So 2 of them are wrapped together in newspaper and 1 is indivisible, so let's see which one is in here. This has to be the Delta. And yep, I am right, it is the Delta, indeed. And another sticky note with a number tacked to it, so there it is, my first Delta Skyteam livery. I'm so kind of sad it couldn't be a 757, because NG really sold out of those really quickly. I do have plans to get NG's Delta A321s soon, both in the regular and the thank you livery, as well as the Southwest 737-700 and Florida 1 livery soon. Alright, so that's the Delta. Let me get this wrapping of newspaper out of the way. And I'm guessing these 2 that are wrapped up together in the newspaper here have to be the Southwests. And sure enough, they are. Here's the newer one with the standard winglets. And here's the one with the Scimitar winglets. This sticky note number, just take it off like that. We don't need that. So, I'm going to move all this out of the way. Alright, and so here they are. Some of my airplanes that I will have acquired for Project JAX. Just 1 more to come in tomorrow, and then we're pretty much all set. So, this will be just a simple unboxing video. This is practically the first time I've ever unboxed airplane models like that, straight from the shipping package. Alright, well, instead of boring you to death with how they're packed right now, we're going to get to the moment of truth, see how well these planes look out of the box. So, I think I'll start with the GeminiJets United, being the 737-800 and the United Express E175. This is my first model of an E175 with the regular winglets, where they're kind of bent outwards like that. You'll see what I mean when I first get it out. But we'll start with the 737, so I'm gonna cross my fingers now, and I'm gonna say a very, very silent prayer, hoping that this comes in one piece and everything is okay, because whatever happens, I will be able to find a way to put this back together. So here we go. Okay, so model number 1 has to be glued back together, as you could see there. Alright, so here it is. Here's the first on the channel. I received my first GeminiJets model with a loose wing like that. I mean, the principle does say in 1/400 models, we're not really meant to put these back together. But I will definitely glue it back together off of camera eventually for a final shot, so Luckily, as I mentioned, I got the super glue on standby. And be careful when handling those Scimitar winglets because they are mighty fragile. Now, hopefully, this next plank will come in one piece, the E175. So, we're on to it next. Gotta be careful, though, because the 737-800 is still below this thing. Man, these packages can be tricky sometimes. So here's the E175. Guess I don't have to glue this back together, so here it is. So you see, this is what the winglets are really supposed to look like on an E175. See how they're a little bit more bent out than usually, like really sticking a little more upwards like on the E170? They do have some E175s with the straight winglets, or enhanced winglets as you want to call them. It doesn't matter to me. So far, there's one that came in one piece and another that I gotta glue back together. You know what, I think I'll just glue it right now, make this a little bit more interesting. So, yeah, this is what we're not meant to do with 1/400 models. This isn't Skymarks. This isn't Hogan. And so now I dropped a small thing of super glue there, just making sure it dries. Alright, now another pinch of super glue on my hand to ruin the detail. So glue is still wet on the part that I'm supposed to glue in. So we just carefully slide that in like that. And then carefully let the glue do its magic. Alright, so far so good. I think I have a gap over back here. Or maybe it is supposed to look like that. Weird. But it looks like as it should now, so I'm just going to keep it in that position for now in the FSX view while we wait for the glue to dry. Don't want to roll it any further or anything else because I don't want that wing to come loose again. So far it looks just as how it should. So now we're going to move to the NG models. And I think to properly start off by taking a look at the NG models, we'll be properly starting off with the Delta 737. So here we go. So far, so good. Yep, definitely in one piece, so... And it looks just like a real Delta plane should, as you could see, where you've got the in-flight entertainment antenna right here and the Wi-Fi antenna box right back there. That's how it was really meant to look on the 757s on GeminiJets' Generation 2 models. So yeah, just beautiful. I'll give you another closer look at that very, very soon. But other than that, I'm very happy so far that that came in one piece. And now we're going to get to the Southwests. Still waiting on the glue to dry with the Gemini plane. So our first Southwest Canyon Blue to unlock will be the Scimitar winglets, because this is my first time literally with a Canyon Blue Southwest plane with the Scimitar winglets. So let's do this. Registration November 8627 Bravo. I'm sure this thing is for real, really still flying. So far, nope, no loose wing. One piece again, thank goodness. So yeah, pretty excellent looking. I hope someday NG Models does get a 737-700 molding, where we can also get models of 737-700 with Scimitar winglets. We'll take a closer look at all that shortly. So yeah, this is the first big time I got a model airplane like this one with a loose wing, and then I had to glue it back. Oops, I thought the glue was slightly dry. It was still wet. I just felt like turning it around to make it look like a better display. Maybe if I do it on this side, since this is the one that needed to be glued back. So yeah, that looks a little better, doesn't it? And now for the final Southwest by NG, which would be the newer one with the standard winglets. So registration November 865 8650 Foxtrot. Here we go. No loose landing gear, and no loose wing. Yep, this is how it's meant to be. So let me get all the boxes out of the way, and then I'll show you a quicker look at these up close. Forgot to detach the sticky note off of the Southwest. I didn't know it had one. Guess I didn't see it. Alright, so we're gonna start little by little taking a look at these up closely. So, boxes are out of the way, gonna start taking a look. So here's the United 737-800 by GeminiJets. Looks pretty good though, and even though you had to see me glue it back into place like that, I didn't think it was that much of a pain in the butt. But yeah, I get GeminiJets 13 now, CLT Aviation 13's point that in 1/400 scale, we're not really meant to receive these models in pieces like that and have to put them together. I mean, this isn't Skymarks at all, or Hogan models. This is GeminiJets and NG models. They shouldn't have us required to put the wings back together. So there was a first. It was my first Gemini model that I've had to do that. So far the glue seems to be drying pretty well, so now it's back in its piece. So all I can say here is that the brand new United livery really does stand out. Registration, it reads, is November 37227. No letter at the end. It just November 37267. So that's about it. Yeah, this new livery is pretty cool. How the old Continental merger globe is now a blue globe like that. I think that's very unique that United decided to do that bit of a change in their own livery detail. I do see a little bit of white over here by the exit door. Well, not really exit, but over wing exit arrows like that. It's all normal. I can't tell if that's paper, but I wouldn't think it's dry glue. I'll probably check it out later. We'll just leave it as it is for now. So yeah, pretty excellent looking. And so here's my first model of an Embryo E175. As I mentioned, that's what the winglets are supposed to look like, where they're bent out a little bit more rather than pushed up a little bit more. And I don't know why CLT Aviation 13 says that this is a more uglier design than on the old livery. It looks fine to me, although these new generation models seem to have the wings, well, flexed upwards a little bit, because second generation the wings were flexed downward. I kind of like the flexed up wings though. And by the look of this very small print over by the exit door right before the United title, it would say this is a Republic aircraft, so this would be known as United Express by Republic Airlines. So can't wait to have this in my Jacksonville airport. Tomorrow, next United aircraft I receive shall be the A319. We will look at that for sure. It'll be just one aircraft to look at. So here's a new addition to Delta. I know normally right now they are using 757-200s for service to Atlanta, but in some other months or seasons as the months go by, they would also use 737-800s and 900s for service to Atlanta from Jacksonville. But this will also fit in if I'm going to bring back my Atlanta airport. I still do definitely need more Delta planes though, that I don't have just yet. But this will still fit in very, very well, though. And I'm really impressed how NG Models decides to put these two antenna boxes, the larger one being for in-flight entertainment and the smaller one being for Wi-Fi. I don't know why the GeminiJets or NG Models hasn't done that yet with their other ones. But other than that, for Delta, NG Models, good job. You get a double A++. That's what I would say, A++. Now we're going to take one more look at the Southwests in the Canyon Blue livery. Starting with the Scimitar winglets one. And here she is. She looks really, really excellent. And honestly, compared to GeminiJets, I'm noticing a little tiny bit more of a darker blue than how it was with Gemini, because normally their Canyon Blue liveries would have come in a little bit of a lighter blue. But I guess Gemini NG Models wanted to take a little bit of a step further by darkening up the color a little bit. There is only one box antenna back there, and that's only for Wi-Fi. There's no in-flight entertainment on Southwest usually. No wonder they're so cheap. So if you fly with Southwest, as I said, bring your own in-flight entertainment with your iPads, portable DVD players, or laptops. Just make sure you know when it's a good time to use electronic devices. Other than that, the Scimitar winglets on this Canyon Blue really do stand out with NG Models. Too bad GeminiJets never went ahead and did this, though. I don't know if they have it in their plans in the future or not, but we'll find out soon. So she really looks like she's ready for takeoff now. And this is the prototypical antenna look on how it is usually with a 737-800. Besides having a communication antenna here, you'd have an extra one over here on the left So that's one thing prototypical that NG Models does compared to GeminiJets. Alright, last one. And that would be the newly released Southwest 737-800 Southwest with Canyon Blue with standard winglets. I know GeminiJets made a design like this, but I think NG Models obviously blows this away. So it looks really, really excellent. Oh yeah. So now I've got the bright Southwest planes in both the new livery and in the Canyon Blue liveries ready to take flight from here in Jacksonville to places like Baltimore, Chicago Midway, Atlanta, Nashville, you name it. They are supposed to, I think they were at once supposed to have Midway. Oh, actually, they do have Midway, but it's discontinued throughout the pandemic. Alright, so as I shifted all the models off to the left, let's get them all in one more shot. Just like this. So there you have it, my Mega Tuesday unboxing. More planes for Project JAX. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this. One more plane to come in tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Until next time, this is Cameron at Pinchy08 signing and pinching out. Take care. And until next time, see you in the sky.